Lumia opened.
YouTube stream is now live. Jeff Show has started streaming on Rumble.
I got some very weird pictures that were sent to me. This is gonna get interesting. What up, fools?
There's this magic moment. Somebody appears on the scene and everything changes.
I am with you. We've never seen anything like this. I will fight for you.
This was a man who's met his destiny.
And I will win for you.
He said he was saved by God in order to make America great again.
His victory was the greatest comeback of all time.
You're watching history, so buckle up.
I don't think the American people have ever seen this before. A government that has moved this quickly and a president that has done so much when it comes to the border and energy and major investments from other countries. It's like warp speed.
47's on a hot streak, bringing head-snapping change to Washington, overwhelming the system with a volcanic eruption of action. Trump has a mandate from the people, and he's using it, and they're just getting started.
President Trump said on the campaign trail, success will be my retribution.
Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free.
We're going to have one shot at this.
and no other president's going to do what I'm doing.
America's back. Common sense is back. He is keeping his promise to you, the American people.
Inflation is down. Growth is up.
The numbers don't lie. The economy is soaring.
Lowest gas prices in 4 years.
And record tariff revenue.
The USA is on a roll, culminating in the signing of the One Big Beautiful Bill on July 4th.
The Trump economic golden age is full steam ahead.
America is back, thanks to the courage of President Trump, thanks to the leadership of his amazing cabinet, and thanks, of course, to our brave men and women in the United States military.
This is a message to the rest of the world. The days of ripping off America and Americans are officially over.
Between the attacks on Iran's nuke site and the Maduro operation, the U.S. military recruitment at an all-time high.
This president will go down in history as a peacemaking president.
Peace through strength. America's in charge.
And he's just got one filter, and that is America first.
Whatever they're doing, it's working. Zero illegal crossing, drug cartels frustrated, less crime.
We have the most secure border in the history of this nation. If you think we're doing good now, you just wait till this coming year.
The president isn't taking his foot off the gas in 2026.
It's a new year. The stock markets are already making new record highs.
The Trump archives are a series of near impossible feats.
As for the next year, the American people have so much to look forward to. The president will continue to build off of his historic accomplishments.
2025 is setting the table, but the banquet's going to be in 2026.
This is the golden age coming.
He says, make America great again because every American is invited.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun.
Oh, there we go. How's that? Now we got sound. I don't know what the hell happened. But remember, I have told you guys that I don't know of any circumstances where the U.S. military would go to the U.S. Supreme Court. I can't think of a scenario. Well, I got a boat ton of pictures, and I was told that I could show 3 of them. And I said, okay. And these pictures were taken roughly 7 hours before Donald Trump's speech. So, let me see. Let me switch modes here. Let's see here. This is picture number 1. As you can tell, this is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Kane. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, so the very first person is General Kane. The person right behind him is a female, and that's part of his security detail. The person to General Kane's left is an attorney. And then right behind that attorney, you'll see a attaché. He is attached to General Kane. Picture number 2. This here is the military attaché. Has a very large duffel bag with him, followed by 3 U.S. Supreme Court security detail. And if you look over the left-hand shoulder of that military attaché to the person in the red, you'll see one of the U.S. Supreme Court justices, Kagan. Picture number 3. Oh, shit. You have Justice Kagan, security detail, and is that Amy Coney Barrett? And why does it look like somebody told them that the world was going to end, or they just lost their dog, or something major is happening. And why is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff walking in front of us? Now, this person who sent me these photos, damn, they were pretty close, weren't they? I mean, they were up close and personal. So, I sent a text message to Big Chair. And, oh no, this just happened yesterday. So, I sent oh no, these pictures are public source, I guess you could say. No expectation of privacy is what I was told. So when I sent it to Big Chair, he was like, where in hell did you get these? And I told him who sent them to me. And I said, why is Dan Kane walking in front of two SCOTUS prior to Trump's speech? No, I don't think she's in handcuffs. And he put question mark, tribunals, question mark. What was it? Before they went to Congress? Because I thought when they testified in Congress, I didn't think General Kane was there. I thought when SCOTUS... Hold on. When did SCOTUS testify in front of Congress? I don't remember Amy Coney Barrett and Justice Kagan and General Kane testifying in front of Congress at the same time. This Wednesday? Okay, just the other day. Well, all three of them at the same time. Okay.
At Doc Iowa unlock the command's regular achievement.
Okay, July 14th. Hold on, I'm sending this to somebody. It was Tuesday. Okay, hold on. Yeah, and you can see, let me show you. This is the same group picture. See this guy right behind the lady holding her hand above her brow? In the next image, there he is. Okay? Now, they may have testified, Kagan and Barrett, but why would General Kane be there? According to Grok, Kane wasn't there. Okay, but I'm showing you. Here's Kane. Here's part of his security. Right here to that guy's left shoulder is this military attaché. Same area. And the guy between, if you look, the guy right behind the female, you can see his face. And right there he is. Okay, so this was the day they were in Congress. But why was Kane there in front of them? And this is why they sent me these photos. I find it interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, it's not the fact whether they testified or not. The duffel bag, yeah, it's legal. I was told it was legal, legal paperwork. That's all they would tell me. Yeah, they could have been all just going to lunch together, military attaché. But if I remember right, that looks like the, let me think, the west entrance to Rayburn, which is on the congressional side. I just find it interesting. That's all I'll say, is I find it extremely interesting. And I was told there's something to it. Now, what that something is, I don't know. Which one, Rising Phoenix? Escort. Yes, the security detail is armed. That those guys are part of the U.S. Marshal Protective Detail for SCOTUS. Oh yeah, they look scared shitless. And I think why they have that look on their face is the same question I have. Why is Dan Kane here? If we're supposed to be testifying. The tall guy, no, he actually, you see, next to, if you're looking at the image, next to the military attache, you see that yellow, well, it looks yellow to me. That yellow badge, it's the same as the guy right behind him. That's deep.
Another thumbs up. Likes 3.
Well, anything is possible, but why would you have the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff escorting SCOTUS? Now, you know, I told you guys before Trump's speech that I was told that whatever it was getting ready to kick off. And, you know, this evening there was a emergency meeting at the White House because Iran hit, I believe it was 2 tankers and some people, from my understanding, what I was told, there was a couple people killed, and EAMs have been going off the charts. And I believe we are about ready to truly lay some hate because the Pentagon and the State Department just issued a travel warning to all Americans and Canadians to not go to the Middle East. Well, you know, that's my thing. What were they testifying? What was the Supreme Court justices testifying in front of Congress for? Does anybody know what the subject matter was? Because keep in mind, these two are 2 separate parts of government. Wait, what budget does SCOTUS need? Oh, for security? Here, this is just... The President of the United States can order the Director of the Secret Service and the Director of the U.S. Marshal Service to beef up security. They have a budget for that. Why would you have... And I'm not saying... I'm not trying to make anything into this. But there is a budget, a line item budget, that is put into the Secret Service, into the U.S. Marshal Service for protection. All I'm saying is, I find it extremely, extremely weird. Well, How many times have we seen good cover stories? They pulled the U.S. Marshals. Well, I know one of the people who is in charge of SCOTUS's protection, and they're still there. And I'm not saying this is out of the realm of possibilities, that they were there for what they were there for. I personally, has anybody ever seen a time where a Supreme Court justice has testified in front of Congress? Me personally, I think this was a cover story. I think this was a cover story that was put out there so when the public, if staffers, if leakers within Congress seen these people coming to Congress, everybody would be scratching their head. I know I would be. And Doc. I'm just saying the conspiracy is, well, yeah, but what I'm referring to, Phoenix, is if these people are spotted going into Congress, they have to have some cover story. Well, Anita Hill versus Clarence Thomas, but he wasn't a sitting Supreme Court justice. He was just going up to be a Supreme Court justice. So they come up with this story that okay, well, like I said, I've never seen it, but I think this is the key, is the military. Okay, let's say that's what it was for, and this is just totally innocent, right? Let's say that's what they were going there for. Why would Kane be there? The only thing I can, and if the hearing was only about their security and protection, why would you have a chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff come in at the same time? Maybe, just maybe, they're assigning special forces to SCOTUS as protection. Because the threat assessment is so great. Or is it because of that phrase, they won't be able to walk down the street? Because, anybody that listened to Trump's speech, anybody that has All right. Now that EAMs have been going crazy, so I was told that we are going to lay some serious hate. I gotta scroll up. I wanted to see. Remember Doc P. Oh, okay. Doc P. I almost called you Doc B. I find it interesting that China was truly the only country that Trump called out last night. Like Doc P says, they pay off our debt and we call it good. Well, I think Chairman Xi is weeding out some of the CCP because I think China knows what we could do. Mark B. Mask. I personally believe that this meeting, this testimony, this was all a cover story for something. That's just my conspiracy. I have no proof of it other than what people are telling me. And when I sent it to Big Chair, he just put question mark, notifications of tribunals, question mark. That's all he said. Now,
another thumbs up. Likes 5.
Are you guys ready for this? And this is huge. This is 100% provable. Like I said, I was reading through all these documents. And I was reading about the shadow government that was being ran while Trump was under his first term. And if you guys remember, I had told you that Big Chair was over at FBI, and Big Chair was going for a very high level position at the FBI. And he was pulled in.
Another thumbs up. Likes 6.
Yeah, Kathy, what I'm thinking is, Kagan, I think they're bringing in these SCOTUSes into groups of 2 or 3, and they are notifying them that what's coming down the pike, you are not going to adhere, you are not going to take any case on this because the military has taken control because of attempted coup of the United States government. Your powers are hereby null and void. Now, that's just my opinion. Yes, Trump did appoint Amy Coney Barrett. Trump also appointed Jim Comey. Trump also appointed Bolton. Are you seeing the trend? I am. I think that's what was going on. Now, I could be totally wrong. Maybe it was we're just all going to go and we're going to fill the congressional docket all at once, and we're just all going to hang out together and, you know, talk shit. So, getting back to the FBI. So, when I text Big Chair and I said, hey, I got a couple names of the people in the FBI that were part of the shadow government. And he said, can you send me the names? I don't have time to go through all the docs. And I said, yeah, I'm going to go through them. I actually had an AI app go through and just pull names. And so let me grab my phone here. So now we have the name of the person who was running the FBI under the shadow government. Let's see. I text him. I said, email is being released of the people within the FBI who was running a shadow government. I said, I'm waiting on the document with the names. And I said it was a female agent who was running it. He says, wow, when you get it, send me the names. And he said, and this is people within the FBI who was running the shadow government. And I said, yep, sure in the hell was. Now, if you guys remember, I told you that he got pulled into the White House and was told not to take the job that was being offered to him. We are moving you to a different agency. Now, this is why. He says, I am very curious about these names. And I said, the name of the person who was running the shadow government was Nikki Flores. And he said, holy shit. She is the one who interviewed me for the job, for the Terrorism Screening Center. And I responded to him, well, she is now at Microsoft. So DOJ got rid of her. He said, I got the job, but I was informed by the White House to turn it down. Now, here is what the FBI said publicly. Microsoft is facing mass calls to fire former FBI agent Nikki Flores if they want to keep federal contracts. After President Trump declassified shocking files exposing Flores admitting in emails of running a shadow government. And Big Chair knows her. And he said that, well, she's kind of flaunts around like her shit can't be touched and her shit don't stink. I have a feeling she's not going to have a job at Microsoft any longer. Well, she did commit treason. There's a lot of them that committed treason. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have any vibes with JD. You know, they have that saying, keep your enemies or your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't know. You know, I think we're going to come to a point, because we are on the verge of it. We are on the tip of it. We're not going to know who's good and who's bad. And I think when it comes down to it, it's going to be I think it's probably going to be shocking for what we're going to see. And I did ask my buddy at U.S. Marshal Service about Nancy Pelosi. And Nancy Pelosi is getting subpoenaed and possibly indicted on the J6. And remember, I told you guys that Big Chair was in the operations center when all J6 was going down. And there's a multitude. He had told me that it was going to be high crimes and misdemeanors, sedition, treason, attempted coup of the United States government, money laundering, embezzlement, and insider trading. Well, you are right, Doc, and I think that's why, because, like I said, Big Chair and Trump are really close, and I think that's why he basically, somebody within that administration, I don't know who, I don't know if it was directly him, told him not to take that job. Because I don't believe that they wanted him to get roped in to the craziness. And I find it interesting, for people that have been following me for quite a while, that Big Chair had went and spoke with the Inspector General. Remember Horowitz? And because he had called me and he Raymond, I was told it's going to be sooner than what we think. Um, Doc. She has vodka Haagen-Dazs. But for people that have been following me for a while, I told you guys about the phone conversation that I had had with Big Chair, where he had called me and he was pretty upset and didn't know who to trust. And, you know, him and I go back to 94, 95. And, you know, he said that there was some stuff that he had stumbled across that would have national security implications. And if I was in his position, what would I do? And I told him I'd make copies. And I had told, you know, I think this was like 5-6 years ago, I had told people about this. That, and I think that's what he did. And I think that's where all these mysterious documents are coming from. I can't prove it, but I do know that he took everything to Horowitz and, you know, requested an off the books, out of DC meeting with Horowitz. He went through some back channels to get in touch with him. And like I said, I think that right there, when it started to all come out, I think that's why the White House basically gave him the heads up not to take this job. It's amazing now that we start getting some of these pieces, that how all of these little puzzle pieces are starting to form I was watching the stream from the beginning. Maybe I missed something, but the MSN you are saying is Raising Cane. Looks like Bovino to me. No, this guy right here. That guy right there is 100% Raising Cane. You can tell right there. See that little badge under his fruit salad? That is a Joint Chiefs of Staff insignia. Oh, well, you're right, Doc. But not that guy, okay. That guy? Is the hunter holding on to the newfound burn bags? The hunter is a walking burn bag. Yeah, he has a U.S. Marshal DSS uh, badge. The guy to the left of the chief of staff, see that what looks to me to be yellow? That is a security badge that DSS, U.S. Marshals use for basically identification. So, yeah, this is definitely going to get beyond fun. What was the other thing? There was, I was told today that there were about 6 raids done. He was looking discombobulated and confused. I'm actually surprised. Of course, I didn't watch the end of it because I started. I'm surprised he didn't lose it when Trump was releasing all the stuff about the election. And I mean, I am just shocked on, I haven't heard him personally. The amount of news agencies that are, calling this all, Trump's no evidence bullshit train and everything else. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. I mean, even like Fox News, I heard that they cut the broadcast. So I don't know. This, I'm telling you, I think I don't think that I don't think this is going to end well for a lot of fucking people. I really don't. And I believe that, when Trump went to that NATO summit and agenda Freemason. Yeah, there's a lot of people calling for the 25th Amendment. I mean, hold on. This is what I find so hilarious. Oh, they didn't cut it off. Okay. All right. Like I said, I didn't. Look. I have not watched any U.S. media, mainstream media sources since the night of the election because I seen that shit happen live, where Trump was losing votes. I mean, it doesn't happen. I don't I don't care. You cannot give me a scenario where somebody loses votes. Yeah, there's no plausible scenario. Yeah, and even we had a discussion earlier today about the Save America Act. We're people are split on whether, in this, I guess you'd call it a community, whether it's going to pass or not. Me personally, I don't think it's going to pass. I think it's intended not to pass. lost my train of thought. Hell, now I even forget what the hell I was talking about. This is fucking pretty shitty. You know, chain multiple top reporters quit, or yeah. Damn, I forgot. This is why I normally don't look at chat, because I get on a roll, and then if I look at chat, then I get
Another thumbs up. Likes 7.
Did I give Panda a beer? No, Panda. No, she's down here sleeping. We had a long night last night. I was trying to get a hold of my neighbor, the one who has cancer, texting, Save America Act. Okay, yep, I'll remember that now. I was trying to get a hold of my neighbor. Couldn't get a hold of him. Texting, called him, nothing. And so I went down and I had told Mom, I said, hey, I can't get a hold of our neighbor. I said, there's no lights on over there. His vehicle's there. I said, I'm going to call the radio room at the sheriff's office and have them come out, because we have a key to his house. But if I walked in there, I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had somebody from the sheriff's office with me. So they sent out 3 fucking cars. And so I'm out there talking to him, and the one deputy, he goes, don't you work language line? And I said, yeah, I do it from time to time when, you know, law enforcement needs it. He goes, you haven't been able to get a hold of him? I said, no. And I said, you know, I know earlier in the day he had fell a couple times. I said, I just didn't want to walk in there and, you know, find him, even though he has stage 4. I said, I didn't want to contaminate anything, you know, in the house, you know, just in case. And so they go through and they're going outside the house, looking in all the windows, don't see anybody. So the one deputy starts beating the shit out of his fucking front door with his flashlight. And then after about 5 minutes of beating, we finally seen the light come on, and he opens up the door and he's like, oh shit. And I said, I looked at the one sheriff and I said, hey, watch this. I said, Mr. and his last name, I said, we have a federal warrant for your arrest. The other 2 deputies looked at me and like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, oh, what's wrong? And I said, hey, I've been trying to get a hold, you know, Mom and I have been trying to get a hold of you. Can't get a hold of you. We're just worried. He's like, oh man, I'm so damn sorry. He goes, this is the first time I've been able to sleep in about 3 or 4 days. And I said, well, wouldn't it be the dick that would wake you up? So this morning, I think those have been 30 character messages, and normally 30 character messages are like strike packages, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so this morning he texted me and he said, "Man, I had the weirdest dream last night." And I was like, "Yeah, what's that?" And he goes, "I woke up and there were 3 sheriffs and some guy talking about a federal arrest warrant." And I told him that that the warrant was signed by Donald Trump, because he can't stand Donald Trump. Can't stand him. And so we got a good laugh out of that. But yeah, with him falling so much, and it's so sad. It really is. And so anyways, getting back to the SAVE Act, I think it's designed not to pass. And you know, I believe the Speaker of the House is involved in it, just because of him being down at Mar-a-Lago under the Biden presidency. And I think, even hypothetically, let's say it does pass, there's going to be litigation on it, because, you know, voter ID is racist, even though let me see, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Even though now in the state of Ohio, no matter how old you look, when you go buy cigarettes, you have to show your ID. That's not racist. So I believe it's designed not to pass. And whoever the planners are, they don't want it to pass in order for Trump to issue. I think it's good. I think the Speaker is good. Because it's going to go up for litigation, and come time for midterms, you know, there's not enough time left on the clock. Now, I could be totally wrong, and I could be looking at this totally wrong, but that's just my take on it, and it's going to allow for some serious stuff to take place. You're afraid of Americans? We are kind of assholes. And we are kind of, most of us are lazy. But let's see here. Yeah, so nevertheless, I didn't get hardly any sleep last night because I was so damn worried about him. I was more worried about going in there and finding a carcass. Let's see. What else? Oh, I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, I know, right, sissy? You can't be a complete and total asshole all the time. Why, yes, I can. Let's see here. Make sure. Okay, restart. Recent events. For some reason, let me log out and log back in. The chat highlighter isn't connecting. Yeah, and isn't Trump supposed to be doing something at the FIFA finals? Let's see. Yeah, I believe he's supposed to go to the FIFA finals. Look, have they even announced Graham's funeral yet? Okay, so see, I'm worried about him going anywhere right now because he's got a bigger target on him than he did before, and that's saying a lot. Let's see if this Joker is going to run. I do know we got some Doomsdays up. I think we got one that just flew into Tinker, and one is off the coast of North Carolina. The one off the coast of North Carolina, I'm guessing, is using trailing wire and probably sending codes to our submerged forces. Let's see here. Running out of doubles, right? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about, Lindsey Graham's funeral, if he's going to be laid in state or anything. Of course, I haven't been looking either, so that could be one of the reasons, because I haven't really. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe it. I just find it. Even the person that sent me the photos, read Clayton's comment. Okay, let me scroll up here. I heard Trump was supposed to attend the final game in New York City, isn't it? The old religious guy, Mr. Franchot Pierce on YouTube, said that's when he's going to get taken out. But not. Oh, wow. Ugh. Well, I think there's something to his thing where he said he was going to have to go away for a while, and Q said the ending won't be for everybody, and there's going to be a gut punch, and Trump making the comments, about how many attempts, and I believe that there is a reason why Trump said the reason why Trump was talking about 2028. Is there going to be something, like a Ronald Reagan style? And if there is, I'm believing it possibly is a setup, staged. That's just my opinion on it. I mean, I hope not, because I think it'll do the country more harm than good. Q has a post about it, yeah. Oh, there it goes. I'm such a dumbass. Let's see. Alright, so somebody sent this to me on Facebook. Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett and Elaine Kagan explained the increase of an emergency or shadow docket. I thought shadow dockets didn't exist. Remember, that was a conspiracy to fast-track cases without full briefings or oral arguments during testimony before the House Appropriations Committee. That's interesting. That is very intriguing. Oh, you sent me info on Lindsey Graham? Okay. That's through Facebook? Nope, there we go. The late U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham will be memorialized in Washington, D.C. Tuesday, July 28th. His office announced Friday. Dan Scavino posted an interesting video. All right. Let's see what Dan Scavino posted. Dan Scavino Jr. 1 hour ago. Oh, it's the bowling alley at the White House.
This is going to be a strike. Yeah. Got it? Yeah.
Boy, he's lost some weight. Okay, waiting for the family. Let's see. Oh, you put it in X? Or I mean on Telegram? Let's see here. Yep, I gotcha. Let me open Telegram up. Another one bites the dust. Nobody wants to share a plane with Trump. That's funny. Let's see. Damn, somebody posted all those spies like us. Dan's. Oh, okay. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Car tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. They call that thing the, what is it? The Deadly Dorito or something along those lines. Yeah, I got it. Yep, the planes. Dude, that is, oh. That thing is, they must be up about 42, 43,000. Man, that's, oh, that shit just gives me chills. Coolest thing, though, is being out at sea and being on an aircraft carrier and watching flight operations. Oh my God, I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. It is such a marvel watching that stuff. Absolutely nuts. Let's see here. IRNA, man, they are just putting out all kinds of propaganda. Of course, it's no worse than the propaganda our media puts out. Let's see, Tassim. .55, so this was 8 minutes ago. The possibility of hearing sounds of explosion in the southern area of Isfahan. Isfahan Provincial Guard from 8 to 2 p.m. today. There's a possibility of hearing sounds of controlled explosions in Safra area. Yeah. Oh, that. You'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. Dun, 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 dun. Maverick, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash. But I got another problem. You two hotshots are going to Myanmar. Let's see here. Get Tennessee a new governor. All the smoke, it was really bad today. Really bad. We are supposed to start getting a lot of rain here in the next hour. And they said tomorrow it should pretty much tamper down, but the skies yesterday and today remind me of the time I was in China. It looks like yellow cake. I mean, it is just so fucking nasty. And Mom comes in the house and she's like, "Oh, my sinuses." I'm like, "Yeah." Let's see. I want to see Naya News here. What is... It's going to take me a second to translate this. Well, that doesn't mean... I'm going to have to look this word up. Mushkat. Oh, that's nothing. Let's see here. Oh, I know. You know, and the funny thing is, I bet you go out, now would be the time that I wouldn't give people shit about wearing a mask. Andy Burnham officially becomes the new Labor leader. Andy Burnham. Let's see. U.S. has notified Israel that it plans on sending dozens more refueling planes to the country. We are about ready to blow. I think Trump told Canada to raid their woods. Via our Canadian ambassador, Krista Kraft. Canadian wildfire smoke blocks out Lady Liberty in New York. Holy shit. "28-year-old Joshua Carey named as the suspect arrested on suspicion of murdering the 78-year-old former UK Conservative Party Anne Woodcombe." He looks a little nuts. Man, I'll tell you what, I was watching Robert last night. Oh my God, Blazing Press. Holy shit. Donald Trump is the Antichrist. Oh, here we go. Huh. Alrighty. Yeah, I think, I know we've been hitting some, Carg Island and some other shit over there, so, let's see here. see. Well, let's look at the maps here. I see the Middle East is kind of light. On the Gateway Pundit, they had a train surrounded by fire up to the window. Wow. Eagle Alpha Tango Yorga Oscar Uranus. Oh, this was the funniest fucking thing I've heard today. So I was had turned on YouTube on the one TV here, and I seen Jason's cousin. He had just went live, and I had caught him where he was going on a rant about how him and Lee Harvey Wheelbarger were the only two people that can get any of this stuff right when it comes to any war type scenarios. Man, you know how bad I wanted to log in, and I wanted to say, well, what branch did you guys serve in? What conflicts did you guys serve in? And you know, he's sitting there telling his followers that every one of these EAMs are nuclear. And it's like, no, they're not. It's like, dude, you've never even seen what a fucking EAM looks like. I was just like, holy shit balls. But I'll give him this. Man, them people donate to him like they are printing money. I think in a matter of like 30 or 40 minutes, he brought in like $400 or $500. I was like, holy shit. Oh, you were there? Did you hear it, Teresa? It was so funny. We should be the only ones that you guys listen to. We're bringing you the real news. I'm like, oh my God. But I guess he announced to his followers that he's going to have a kid. You know, I think he's getting married or has gotten married. And I was like, boy, as soon as that kid shows up, your days of streaming all the time are going to be over with. Native town completely burned down. Wow. Yeah, and I just find it interesting every other day he flips the coin on whether him and his chat are going to agree with Trump or, oh my God, it is so fucking mind-numbing. And he didn't used to be like that. I mean, I actually enjoyed listening to him and, you know, adding what 1% of experience that I have into it. And, oh my God, it got fucking beyond ridiculous. Let's go to the U.S. map. I know we got some E6Bs up. Let's see here. See what we got snooping around. Yeah, I think this one here. His followers asked for an Amazon baby wish list. Holy. Well, hey, look, I don't begrudge the kid. I mean, he's got a good thing going, but yeah, you can see here, it's New York prepper. Yeah, I think. Let me be your. I can make stuff up with the best of them. No, we just need to have people uh, in the chat typing, "Oh my God, guys, code brown," and do like 17 nuclear symbols and what is and people put like what do they do? They put like Nader, like Chuckinator, and all this other. Oh my God, it's so funny. Thanks to whoever somebody just subscribed or followed. Yeah, so this E6B here, they probably flew out to the drink and transmitting codes on UHF or ultra low, very low frequency. A lot of conservative content creators on. Oh, I think we're. I think there's going to be a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of platforms that are going to start getting censored and channels taking down again, like we did during 19. I think that's coming because, you know, they won't be able to, you know, keep all this information from getting out. Let's see here. So we got that E6B. And we had one. Yeah, I think this is another. That's a refueler. I think this one may be. Oh, there we had it. Somebody else. Both of those are. I know the one landed in Tinker. Oh, there it is. Oh, it already took off again. Okay. Oh, okay. They aren't censoring them. Just taking. Well, that's nice. Well, isn't that socialism, right? Until the money gets taken from you and then it's theft. It's a reach. Dover Air Force Base. Paxito River. Reach up. There's somebody else who's following. I think that's what that chime's for. Bill's got Screwsly. Yeah. That's funny. Let's see here. I think that's probably Noah. Oh, no, that's Point Magoo. Man, that was a long ass haul. Iran has now threatened ground invasion of Gulf states. Yeah, that's not going to turn out well. Famous 17, baby, flying out of Andrews. So this is Strato Tanker Pegasus. I'm actually surprised. You guys said Trump's in New York. Yeah, that's just Pakistan says if Iran does a ground invasion, Pakistan will. I'm telling you, I think we're on the verge of the nuclear scare. Army evac, Blackhawk. Yeah, there was a constant Phoenix that was flying right above Michigan and Wisconsin for a couple days. Yep, here goes a SAM flight. Sacramento to not available. Oh, that's what that, yeah, those are subscribers. Wow. Yeah, we're slowly but surely getting there. I think once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do some type of giveaway. Some shirts, some stickers. I don't think there's much in the Middle East. Let's see, these are probably all refuelers. That's United Arab Emirates, yeah. We'll be seeing before too long. We'll be hearing probably about the Death Dorito flying in. The Death Dorito. Yeah, alright, let's see what, alright, so this is from Tassing News Agency, notice number 27. The countries that host the aggressors of the United States should be ready to receive a corresponding response. The locations of the gathering of the aggressive forces in the support center of ground forces in Arifshan, and the radar of the American base of Ali al-Salam in Kuwait were destroyed. Okay. Keep playing that game. F around and find out. Since there is no international organization to prevent these barbarities of the American army, there is no way that the Quranic commandment, Fami al-Tay al-Hamid, Fatwa Alam, Betuth Mahdi al-Kalum, in front of us. Therefore, the host countries of the aggressors of the United States who gave their land to the aggressors to attack Iran should be ready to receive a corresponding response and activate their civil defense units to protect their lives of their citizens and to keep them away from possible targets. Nevertheless, in order to give a chance to change this cowardly approach of the American enemy, last night we chose military targets to respond to the enemy. Damn, this is a long fucking... In the 18th wave of Operation Nasser II, the powerful fighters of the IRGC ground forces with the blessed code Ya Abdul Fazi al-Habas, peace be among him. That's the last, I think, IRGC commander. Targeted the location of the gathering of the aggressor forces. Man, they need to work on their English. In the support center of their ground forces in Arafshan. Killed a number of them and simultaneously destroyed it with a drone attack on the radar of the American base of Ali al-Salam in Kuwait. Ground force fighters also destroyed a weapons maintenance shed and a drone hangar. Fighting like warriors continue. This just in, an explosion occurred in the city of Al-Kahaj in Saudi Arabia. Read Doc P's comment. Reuters reports... Nice try, Doc. I'm not Lookner. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You really wanted me to say that so bad, didn't you? All right. Here we go. Per Doc P, Reuters reporter Mike Latoris, says all is well. Remain calm. Mike Latoris. Oh, shit. That's funny. I think we all got a couple screws loose. Let's see. Wow, IRNA. Yeah, Clint's cousins. Here, I'll put this in Telegram. This here is fucking. Oh, here, I'll just I don't think. Let's see. No, I don't know where the fuck this thing went. But anyways, IRNA put an Oh, I could just do this. Dumbass. They put an image of their newspaper, right? And it's got a picture of Donald Trump saying wanted. And it says, wanted Donald Trump, devil killer liar. On like an old Wild Wild West poster. Yeah, that's probably not going to age well there, buddy. No. What shit are they putting out now? They just put up a news bulletin. Let's see. Clint's cousin. That's fucking hilarious. All right, here we go. Let's see what these idiots are saying. How to wear clothes without an American ceremonial ring in Bahrain in the Big Cup. It's a majestic explosion. Jordan Ralazran. Oh, this is all their propaganda. Deshman attacked 3 people. These fucking people are psychopaths, boy. That's, is that in Bahrain? We got air raid sirens going off. Let's see here. Plumes of smoke rise following the direct hits by Iranian missiles on U.S. sites in Kuwait as air raid sirens continue to sound.
تصاعد أعمدة الدخان جراء سقوط مباشر للصواريخ الإيرانية على مواقع أمريكية في الكويت واستمرار ذوي صفارات الإنذار.
Let's see here. I think that was a reach flight. Sending out the all call. Live news and text. Breaking. Trying to catch the flight number. Alrighty. Alright, guys. With that, I think I am going... If something, I'll probably be up for quite a bit. But if something breaks, I'll definitely come back on. But until the next time, you guys hit the like, share, subscribe. If you feel that this stream is valuable and you'd like to donate it, you can do it through Buy Me a Coffee, through Super Chat, through Cash App, and all the money that's donated goes towards the reverse scripting, and we'll be doing another merch off. So until then, guys, have a good evening, and we will see you all on the next one. And remember, Mike Lictoris, remembering, I heard sometimes he may or may not have a lot of hair. Just depends on the mood. But until then, we'll see you guys.